Hi, Keith Andrews. I am in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm at a tremendous event that's going to happen tomorrow. Tonight, I'm at a reception, and we're very fortunate to have some of our speakers that are going to be in this event tomorrow to join me on this quick little, what would you say, great video talking about economic development and how their topic, what they talk about, has an influence in a local market, even a national market when it comes to economic development. And tonight we have a great gentleman who flew all the way in from Florida, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And I'll let him introduce himself. Oh. And it's very interesting. So if you can bear with us for about 10 minutes, you might pick up a little information here. So again, I'm Keith Andrews. Go for it, sir. Who are you, doctor?
I'm Bart Basie, and I'm a retired university professor. And I'm an advisor.
Yes.
To companies all over the country. I help them buy or sell companies, and I'm a tax specialist, and I now teach for the Internal Revenue Service.
Wow.
Subcontractor, and I help my office writes the exam. These people who are filing tax returns and want to be registered with the IRS. You've heard of registered agents or enrolled agents, and people who file tax returns want to be registered.
Have I heard of that?
Well, hopefully, because if you hire someone to file your taxes, you can check the IRS and see if these people are registered.
Yeah.
If they're on the list. If not,
like our CPAs.
Yes. This means that person has taken 15, 18, or 24 hours, depending upon his classification, every year, or he can't because it's a yearly program.
Right.
And they've got to pass an examination.
Wow.
And it doesn't make a difference whether they're 25 or they're 75. I get called, I say, Bart, I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm 70 years old. Why do I have to take this? I said, if you want to be registered, you still got to take it.
Yep.
So I am one of the people who teach the courses and helps write. My office helps write the exam for the IRS.
Wow.
Okay. That's just one of the aspects. But you're interested. My understanding is that how does my job help the economy?
Yeah. Okay. At a local level, whatever approach you want to take.
Well, stop and think of this.
Yes, sir.
Congress passes tax laws not just to collect money.
Okay.
They pass tax laws in some cases to encourage activity.
Okay.
And for example, there are several tax laws that will encourage an individual to buy a company or to make an investment in an area and not have to pay taxes. And so the cost decreases to that individual.
Yeah. Careful of the mic there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My hands, I get excited.
Don't touch it.
Okay. But to give you an example, let's assume there's an air conditioning company in a country, in a city, and the air conditioning company is doing well, but the owner's private company, and the owners want to retire.
Yes.
Now, if that company doesn't succeed itself, doesn't have a succession plan, there's a problem. However,
true.
While they might have someone who's interested in buying it, these people who are retiring don't really care what they're selling the business for. They want to know how much cash I'm going to keep after I sell it.
Right.
And from a local economy, they want the business to succeed. And so does the federal government. So there are some clauses in the federal government that encourage people to sell their business and not pay taxes. For example, if you own a company as a regular corporation, not as an LLC, not as a subchapter, but a regular C corporation, the government has helped you tremendously. They've said a couple of things. For example, you will only pay taxes at 21%. That's it.
Boom.
No matter how much millions of dollars you make or how much little money you make.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing will be on your personal tax return. You will not be personally responsible. And they just changed the law in July of 2025.
Okay.
And they said now, if you
was that in that big beautiful bill too?
Yes,
okay.
It is.
All right.
If you own the company in the proper way, and you own it for 3 years, and then you sell the company, 50% of your profits will not be taxed.
Great.
If you own the company for 4 years, 75% of your profits will not be taxed. If you own it for 5 or more years, 100% of your profits when you sell it won't be taxed. So you can sell a company for 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, whatever the case may be. And as long as you've owned that company the proper way, not as an LLC, which is not necessarily a good thing to do. Okay. Not as a flow-through entity,
right?
It stays off of your tax return, and you're paying taxes at a flat rate of 21%,
right?
And you're getting a double dip. I can show you how you get 2 tax deductions and take money out of the company without paying taxes. In the meantime, the government's encouraging you to retire and saying you can keep all the profits you've made on selling your company. And therefore, you could afford to sell your company a little less than you might have thought you wanted because you thought you were going to pay taxes. And someone else can buy it, and then it helps the local economy. That company's still going strong, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So it's very helpful. There's another thing, for example, there's another law, and that is that if let me just give you a simple illustration. Let's assume I buy a business for $200,000, just making it all the zeros you want.
Sure.
Okay? And when you die, the business is worth $500,000. It's more than doubled from $200,000 to $500,000. Well, there's a special law that says if you file an estate tax return, even if you don't owe taxes, but you file a estate tax return, you notify the government of what the value is at the time of death. Now, some people say, well, I don't have to file a tax return because I'm not going to pay any taxes. Well, you got a problem. I don't care how small your estate is, you should pay taxes. And here's why. Because if you don't file an estate tax return and I leave my property in my will, my $200,000 business that I got to you.
Yes, sir.
The only thing the government has is the fact that I paid $200,000 for it.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
Therefore, your basis is $200,000.
Yes, it is.
You don't want it. You want to sell it for $500,000 because that's what it's worth.
Then
You're going to pay taxes on $300,000.
Right.
But if my estate files an estate tax return and notifies the federal government that, look, at the time that Bart died, this business was worth $500,000.
Who filed that?
My estate.
Okay.
Whoever's handling my estate.
You're gone, Bart.
After I'm dead.
Okay.
So you've got to leave. You've got to know. And I teach accountants and attorneys this, and they say, what? Because they don't understand the tax laws.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm a CPA, so I'm not knocking the profession I'm not a member of, and I'm a licensed attorney
Yes.
in more than one state, and I'm not knocking the legal profession, but many accounting firms, many CPAs simply buy a software program, fill in the blanks.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay?
Yep.
Many attorneys have no knowledge whatsoever of tax laws. So what I'm getting at is that every person should file. So watch me. So I die, my estate files an estate tax return. They
Right.
now notify the government that my business was $500,000 at the time I die.
Yep.
Now I leave the property to you, my will. The government knows your basis now is $500,000.
That's right.
And therefore, if you don't want it and you sell it, you don't pay any taxes.
So that's
so
fantastic.
it's an encouragement
Yes.
for people to grow their business.
Yep.
And by the way, the first example I gave you with regard to no taxes, that's when you're alive.
Yes.
That's separate from the
Right.
fact of this other one, which is when you pass away.
Right.
Because a lot of people say, I don't want to give up control. And so they handle it until they pass away. But unfortunately, the exemption for 2025 is $13.9 million per person. And next year it goes up to $15 million per person.
Wow, that's great.
Now, very few people are going to have to be required to file taxes. My recommendation to accountants, to attorneys, and to business people, do a succession plan and make sure they're paid, they're filed, because
Yes.
it will help you. And there's more benefits
Right.
to filing it too.
Okay, I want to change the whole
That helps the economy, by the
whole
way.
conversation.
Okay.
Because I'm sure there are people out there wondering, because now I'm thinking about it. Let's take the municipality itself.
Okay.
What's in tax code that you think helps the municipality help their local economy?
Oh, that's
Is there something?
a very difficult question because you see,
Well, that's okay. I just
the
thought
federal
of it,
tax law has positive and negative things they don't want you to do, and they pass a law that says we're not going to help you anymore. Okay.
Okay.
Municipalities work differently.
Okay.
Municipalities would like to encourage people to come in.
Sure.
Now, when you talk about a municipality, you're talking a city. Typically, the state has programs to bring businesses into their state.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
And therefore, they might reimburse
Mhm.
the individuals. On the other hand, there are some municipalities, as a matter of fact, we just participated ourselves in something in a state. I won't identify the state, where the state has a program where they will give you back all of the taxes you pay if you build a piece of real estate in an area that's they want developed,
Mhm.
which makes if you're paying no sales tax on any of your equipment, any of your product, you follow me, while you're building.
Mhm.
And there's also a program where they will give you back part of the real estate taxes by lowering your real estate taxes. So that's an encouragement to firms, okay, to build and
Gotcha.
also to participate. Now,
All
they've
right.
got to file forms. The municipality's got to get permission from the state. You know how it works. But
Right.
we just did something like that, as a matter of fact, in a shopping strip, which was amazing that before it was finished, the entire thing was filled. And yet,
Yeah, pre-leasing
taxes,
and whatever. Yeah.
no taxes for like 5 or 10 years,
Yes.
plus a benefit of cash coming back to the company who built it every year.
There you go.
So that there are municipalities, but they work with the states
Right.
typically on those type of programs.
So one last moment, because we're out of time now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Anything you want to shout out to in any way to anybody, anything, any last little nugget just to tease people?
Well, it's not just teasing people.
Okay.
The tax law changes every week.
Oh my
If you
gosh.
read something that says it's permanent, and this new tax law that was passed in July has the word permanent all over the top.
Yeah.
It's not permanent forever. It's only permanent until Congress decides to change it.
Right.
And right now, I've been notified that two things are happening.
Uh-oh.
There are some senators and Congress people that want amendments made because their constituents are upset with some things.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
And the Internal Revenue Service has now said they're going to come out with rulings and regulations on parts of this new tax law because they don't think people understand how to apply it. So my advice to anyone is to stay current with the tax law. And if you're working with people who are helping you file taxes or giving you tax advice,
Yes.
make sure these people are current in their knowledge.
Right. Well, thank you, Doctor.
My
Well, see,
pleasure.
I can say Dr. Bart, Dr.
Yeah.
Basie. I can say the
You call it a
Bart.
lot of places.
Yeah. Thank you for coming
I
out.
won't tell you what I get called by my
And
family.
we'll wrap up and say, hey,
Okay.
if you're in the Nashville area and you see this before tomorrow morning, come on out, join us. It's at the Greatness Factor, I think.
Yeah,
Is that-
I'm
is that what it's
speaking
called?
around 12:30, I think, for an
12:30.
hour, and then I'll be available all afternoon to help people. No charge. I'm helping. Well, I'm not
Great guy.
charging for helping people answer some questions.
Okay.
afterwards.
Well, thank you.
Okay.